Unit 17, Making an Arrangement.
I know, exactly, right. Okay, just hold on a second. Hi, everyone! Nice to see you again. My friend and I are planning to go for a drink.
Susanna, can we meet tomorrow?
Oh no, I'm busy tomorrow. So, what should I say to refuse this arrangement and suggest another time? Let's learn about it in today's lesson.
I'm afraid I can't meet you on Wednesday.
In general, you can refuse an arrangement by saying, I'm afraid I can't meet you, plus the time. I'm afraid, afraid. The stress of this word is on frayed, so you say it louder than afraid. Yeah, right. I can't, n t, can't. Meet, e t, meet. You, you. In this whole sentence, the t sound of can't is not explosive. You can't hear it clearly. Listen. I'm afraid I can't meet you. I'm afraid I can't meet you. The time here is the time mentioned in the question. It can be an hour, a day, a date, etc. And in this sentence, you put the stress on afraid, can't, meet, and the time. Also, you should say it with a falling intonation to show your regret. Let's look at these examples.
Can we meet on Wednesday?
I'm afraid I can't meet you on Wednesday.
Can we meet at 9 a.m.?
I'm afraid I can't meet you at 9 a.m.
Can we meet on June 3rd?
I'm afraid I can't meet you on June the 3rd.
Can we meet tomorrow?
I'm afraid I can't meet you tomorrow. Now you try using the suggestion to refuse my arrangement. Let's go. Can we meet on Monday?
I'm afraid I can't meet you on Monday.
Can we meet at 3 p.m.?
I'm afraid I can't meet you at 3 p.m.
That's very nice. Note that here you can also use the full form of cannot instead of can't. Cannot. Cannot. I'm afraid I cannot meet you on Wednesday. I'm afraid I cannot meet you at 9 a.m. But we often use the short form can't in spoken English. Sometimes, to keep it short, we don't need to repeat the time mentioned and just say, I'm afraid I can't. For example,
Can we meet on Wednesday?
I'm afraid I can't.
Can we meet at 9 a.m.?
I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. I'm busy on Friday.
Another way to refuse an arrangement politely is, I'm sorry, I'm busy, plus the time. I'm. Sorry. Sorry. I'm busy. 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 Listen to me. I'm sorry. I'm busy. I'm sorry. I'm busy. The time here is also the time mentioned previously in the question. Similarly, in this refusal, you say the key words sorry, busy, and the time more clearly. And still, you use a falling intonation to let the other person know that you feel sorry. Let me give you some examples.
Are you available on Friday?
I'm sorry, I'm busy on Friday.
Are you available at 8 p.m.?
I'm sorry, I'm busy at 8 p.m.
Are you available on April the 2nd?
I'm sorry, I'm busy on April the 2nd.
Are you available tomorrow morning?
I'm sorry, I'm busy tomorrow morning. Now, can you refuse my arrangement with this structure? Let's give it a try. Are you available on May the 1st?
I'm sorry, I'm busy on May the 1st.
Are you available tomorrow morning?
I'm sorry, I'm busy tomorrow morning.
Well done.
Tuesday seems to be a little difficult.
Another way to suggest a polite refusal is the time plus seems to be a little difficult. Seems. S-E-M-S. Seems. To. T-oo. To. Be. B-E. Be. A. Little. 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 T-ul-tul. Difficult. 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 Remember the ending sound t. Difficult. Seems to be a little difficult. Seems to be a little difficult. The time is the same as that in the previous structures. In this sentence, you can emphasize the time, seems, and difficult. And we usually finish the sentence with a falling tone. For example,
Would next Tuesday be okay?
Tuesday seems to be a little difficult.
Would 7 a.m. be okay?
7 a.m. seems to be a little difficult.
Would tomorrow afternoon be okay?
Tomorrow afternoon seems to be a little difficult.
Would June 4th be okay?
June the 4th seems to be a little difficult. Now let's use this structure and the following suggestion to make your refusal. Would next Wednesday be okay?
Wednesday seems to be a little difficult.
Would 8:30 be okay?
"8:30 seems to be a little difficult."
Very good. Sometimes, to shorten the answer, we don't need to repeat the time mentioned and just replace that time with it. It seems to be a little difficult. For example,
Would 7 a.m. be okay?
it seems to be a little difficult.
Would tomorrow afternoon be okay?
It seems to be a little difficult. Right. I would prefer to meet on Thursday. Is that okay? After the refusal, it would be polite to suggest another time to meet by saying, I would prefer to meet plus another time. And is that okay? I would. D. Would. Prefer. 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 The stress of this word is on fur. Prefer. Prefer. Meet. E-t. Meet. Is. Is. That. That. Okay. 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 The stress is on K. Okay. I would prefer to meet. Is that okay? I would prefer to meet. Is that okay? Make sure that you say prefer, meet, and the new time clearly. And you should raise your voice at the end of, is that okay? Let's look at these examples. I would prefer to meet on Thursday. Is that okay? I would prefer to meet at 10:30. Is that okay? I would prefer to meet tomorrow evening. Is that okay? Now I'll make an arrangement. You'll refuse and use the following given words to suggest another time. Okay? Let's start. Is 4 p.m. a good time for you?
4 p.m. seems to be a little difficult. I would prefer to meet at 5 p.m. Is that okay?
Yes, that sounds good. Or, is Sunday a good time for you?
I'm sorry. I'm busy on Sunday. I would prefer to meet on Saturday. Is that okay?
Yes, it would be perfect. Good job.
Hey, Lee, we need to prepare for our presentation. Can we meet this afternoon?
I'm afraid I can't meet you this afternoon. I would prefer to meet tomorrow morning. Is that okay?
Yes, that sounds good.
Hey, Brian! We need to discuss our plan. Would next Sunday be okay?
Sunday seems to be a little difficult. I would prefer to meet on Saturday. Is that okay?
Yes, it would be perfect.
That's all for today's lesson about making an arrangement. Let's have a look at the main contents. To refuse an arrangement, you can say, I'm afraid I can't meet you, and the time. Or, I'm afraid I can't. Another way to refuse is to say, I'm sorry, I'm busy, and the time. Also, you can make your refusal by saying, the time plus seems to be a little difficult, or it seems to be a little difficult. And to suggest a better time for the arrangement, you can say, I would prefer to meet plus the new time. and is that okay? I hope that you enjoyed the lesson. To have some more practice, please watch the next video.